Alright, so I'm in between two bedding areas. I got one right there and one back there. Just kind of hoping to get some movement in between them this morning. Acorns is falling. I'm on it. There's a scrape right out here in front of me, about 20 yards. They've been kind of messing with it, so see what happens. Right. Right. I don't know how in the world I did that. I must have pulled bad. That was a big, he didn't have a huge drag, but that was a heavyweight deer, mature deer. I guess I jerked it, dadgummit. Perfect. Beautiful morning. It was 3 bucks. I kept hearing something right down there. It wasn't far. I said, I know that's not horns hitting. And they was down there sparring. I finally saw them down there right past that scrape. Golly. You practice, and then you goof it up like that. first deer I saw was the big one. First deer of the morning. Everything perfect. Coming here but to stand up. Wind's perfect. And I screwed it up bad. I had ranged in here, but when I got here, I ranged. It wasn't but about 25, I guess. And I guess I shot over his back. Golly, that's so... God, you do everything right and then screw it up right at the end. I don't know what I did. This bow hunting's fun, but golly, it tears me up. I love it. I almost got another shot at him over here. I don't even know what all I got on film. That's another thing you fool this camera, boy. Golly. And it's early. Screwed that up. Dadgum, I've been trying to get some action in the morning and finally did right after daylight. It's still fun. I'm just glad I clean missed him. I got to do better. I got to figure that out right there at the end. Gotta bear down on that pin. Son of a gun. That makes me sick. Man, what do you do? Just keep trying. Golly, that's depressing there. 2 of them bucks were older, 1 younger. 2 of them were shooters. Well, golly, the leaves is falling. It's just beautiful in here. And I jacked it up. I'm probably gonna ease down and get my hair and go ahead and take my stand down. They wasn't just bad spook, because they never saw me, never smelled me, so. Missed a big old buck. Golly. Whew, that's hard to deal with right there. I just ranged where he was at. I thought he was closer to 30, so I remember putting my 30 pin kind of just a little bit low, but he was closer to 20. I shot right over his back. Stupid. I mean, a perfect setup. They didn't know I was in the world. Everything was perfect. I shouldn't have stopped him. I kind of got nervous there. I put the stand up a little bit higher where I'd have a little more cover, and I had not a big window to shoot through. And when I stopped him, that put him on alert. I should have just shot him walking. Live and learn. You never stop learning, I promise you that. Golly, that bow hunt. You can do it with a rifle, but boy, this bow is tough sometimes, boy. I'm gonna keep hammering at it though, by golly, we ain't quit. I'm gonna probably ease out here in just a second. I know they don't. Alright, y'all. I am starting to look like I ain't never done this before. Golly. What? Excuse me. It wasn't the bow. Found my arrow. I know I shot over him. I hadn't looked at any footage yet. I will later when I edit. But got my arrow. Got back to the barn, cleaned it up, put the little set screw in it. That's that Sever expandable.
put the little set screw in it so you can shoot at the target, shot it, dead on. All me. I got in there this morning and ranged it. I knew where 30 was and 20, and I just shot over and got in a hurry. Golly, and I practiced more. Of course, I ain't bow hunted hard in several years, but that's no excuse. Man, I was perfect. Just, I had been hearing them 2 bucks, ended up being 3 bucks. I don't even know what I got on film, if I got anything. But it ended up being 3 bucks, and I had there's woodpeckers in there pecking around and leaves falling, and I kept hearing something in 2 or 3 minutes before, and I said, some deer horns sparring or whatever you want to call it, rattling, and I didn't think no more about it. I guess I was in La La Land, but about that time I looked, and there they were, right on the other side of that scrape. And I said, and it just got to me too quick, I guess. So, I guess a lot of people won't show that, but I mean, yeah, I kind of hate to, but I mean, it's just part of it. It's bow hunting. It's any kind of rifle, whatever. It's gonna happen. Golly, that's a big old bodied deer. It wasn't just a monster rack, but a big old mature bodied deer. Oh man. I took my stand down, brought it out. I'm just gonna kind of leave it alone. Like I said, they heard something and I watched them walk off. They never smelled me, thank goodness, so we'll just let it settle down. It'll be good later. Besides turkey hunting, I don't know, I guess that'd probably be the same thing, bow hunting with a turkey. Maybe, I don't know, we need to try that. But, golly, it just, when things get in there and get tight, boy, you know, you're shooting them with a rifle and you just put, of course I've done it that way too, but it's just not as apt to happen. Golly, I got to do better. And I've been noticing, I sure ain't making no excuses, y'all don't take this wrong at all, but I've been noticing with my glasses, when I look through my pins are a little blurry. I won't think about, I know a buddy of mine that got a pair of glasses built one time where he could, I forgot how he did it, I need to ask him, but he could see his pin and the deer better. He kind of like me, got glasses and then bifocals, so, but that's definitely not it. I just got to concentrate harder and I didn't do it. Man, just a perfect setup. He's in there but to stand up. Golly. Ain't that fun, man, when they get in there close like that. I hope I don't never lose that feeling. I hope I always continue to have to work on this. When I went rifle hunting, I get more nervous afterwards, and I guess because usually you can just, when it's time to get it done, I can't watch one. If I watch one, I don't need to shoot him. I need to get it done right when I see him if I'm gonna shoot him. So I guess that's kind of the deal with the bow hunting. You kind of letting them come in there, and it's just so much can build. And again, fooling with these cameras, and I cut my little Osmo on that I had mounted on my bow. I hope it, or I don't know what I got. Golly, I lose it sometime, but I hope I never lose that feeling. That's what makes it worth getting up and going for. But anyway, one more thing for those of y'all that listen to what I test on my gear and stuff. I just had a little pair, it was about 30 this morning, put on a thicker pair of long johns and a thicker pair of pants, no down pants. I had a heavy long john shirt on and a heavier flannel this morning, a vest, and then that Carhartt flannel. All that was good. Had a little pair of brown, I call them the brown mule gloves on with the hot hands in my pocket. I did something this morning I've never done before. I got to go to town. I got to get some good service. I got a phone call I got to make. But I did something I've never done before. I told y'all about my crispy boots, how good they breathe. I got a pair of little Danners on that I've been wearing every day, and I noticed how much my feet sweat in these. I told y'all them Crispies, I wear them, wore them every day turkey season, and I mean, you might get a little bit when it got hot, but when it's pretty cool, your feet stay dry. So thinking last night, I knew it was gonna be cold, and I knew I wasn't gonna stay too long regardless of what happened. So I got some, I've had these socks forever. They're like a browning. they're camouflage looking. They're like a browning wool blend or wool sock or whatever. Pretty thick, and them crispy boots, I've got them kind of big and they're wide. They just fit me real good. I can tighten them up however how I want to tighten them and loosen them, whatever. But anyway, I said I'm gonna wear the, I knew it was gonna be about 30 this morning, and I had a pretty good walk this morning. I said I'm gonna wear these heavier wool socks, and I need to make me a note. I need to get me some more socks if this is gonna work. I had put that heavier wool sock on, and then that uninsulated crispy boot. I said I'm gonna try this morning, because I know I read some stuff on Facebook and this and that, listening to people talk, and you can learn a lot on there, some of these forums. But a lot of the guys are saying they've had better luck with wearing a heavier sock and an uninsulated boot. They say they feel like they stay warmer once they get to the stand and they're not sweating. And I agree with that completely. I've done that for a long time now on my clothing, just hadn't done it on my shoes. So I got up there this morning, and I tell you what, of course I wasn't there, but I guess I stayed a couple hours, whatever it was. But my toes should have got cold this morning, and they didn't. I was comfortable. So I really think the deal with the heavier socks and that uninsulated crispy boot, whatever makes that thing breathe so good, I don't know. These Danners are not insulated. They got a little different lining. That crispy's got a Gore-Tex liner, and I don't know, they just breathe. And so the idea, if it was super cold, get there to the stand, feet dry, not sweating, and then if it was gonna stay cold long, ease up there and slip them booties on. Or I could take them Arctic Shield ones. I tried this too. They're kind of hard, since I need to get a bigger size, and it wouldn't be to get all the way over and zip up behind you, but it would be real easy to slip you get about 3/4, you most probably more than that, or you put in there and just couldn't zip it up, and that'd probably work good too. So we're learning. I think the main thing on the feet is we got to keep them things from sweating so bad. So, but anyway, I got to make a phone call, and then we're going to do some scouting. Get back in the saddle, or not saddle, but you know what I'm talking about, saying. Get back in the saddle and get them to stand up and try again. We're going to go after that and again. I'm going to give them a little time, settle down, and get back. I got a camera pretty close there, so I don't know. Anyway, let me get this phone call out of the way. We'll get back to it. Just thinking about it, I've talked about these couple of scrapes that I've hunted, got a big deer, and then missed a big deer on one this morning. A lot of people probably right now, mid-October in the South, not fooling with a scrape. But from what I've found, if you can find, and I stay down here a lot year round, and I watch some of these places, middle of the summer. A lot of times they may not scrape in it, but there'll be tracks in one and all. I guess a lot of people call them like a community scrape or whatever. And even though it's early, and these deer start shedding their velvet, and we've got a lot of bucks around our places, and the more, seems to me, in my opinion, the more competition you get, the more they kind of hit them, and the earlier they start hitting them. So, you know, a lot of times they're in a good travel spot, like I was at this morning, in between them two clear cuts. And I don't know, I just like hunting them scrapes. I've had pretty good luck at them. So I'm gonna start, right now I'm really gonna start looking for more. I got more time today. I'm hoping to do a little scouting, and I mess around and hunt too much sometimes and need to be doing more scouting. Anyway, that's kind of my thought on scrapes. In my opinion, a lot of times when people get on some scrapes, it's too late. But I like to get them things early as I can, especially them community types where lots of the bucks in the area is using them. Maybe not one particular, but lots of them use them.
What are you doing?
Hey, come here.
What you doing? Alright, so I got my stand. riding. There's a pine thicket right there. It's a strip of hardwoods up through here that's dropping some acorns. Old dried up slough right there. There's a trail right through there.
Alright, y'all, let's get to today's Bible verse. Still on the word power. Philippians chapter 3, verse 10. That I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being conformed to his death. Alright, y'all, so super day today, except for my shooting. Golly, as I've been riding around in the truck on my bicycle scouting, walking around, I've laughed about it, I've nearly cried about it. Boy, it's just something, but I guess it's another one of them things that, I don't know, golly, I feel like brand new to this thing sometimes when you mess up like that, but it just goes to show you just gotta follow through. Golly, I feel like I know exactly what I did. I knew my ranges and I didn't do right, but oh man, we're just gonna keep at it. We'll be able to hunt him again is all I got to say, but boy, that's gonna hurt a while. Whew, hurt a while, but anyway, I hadn't even looked at the footage yet while I'm doing this video, but I am fixing to. Appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.